Peace, beloved, and welcome to another video on my channel, The Holistic Mystic. I'm so pleased to have you here. If this is your first time seeing my face, welcome. My name is Emerald, and let's just get straight into it because I love to channel. So what I'm hearing right now is that you're actually leaving a situation. You've been in some type of situation for a really long time, and now it's finally time for you to leave or to upgrade is what I'm hearing. You're going to be going through a major upgrade, and it's going to feel really scary at first, possibly, but it's also going to feel aligned and juicy. It feels like something that you know that you've been wanting to do for quite a while, but for some reason you've been hesitant on doing it. But it just feels like it's finally time to move away from the feelings that have been a little bit heavy for a while, or even if something has been successful, now it feels like, okay, it's time for a level up. It feels like you're going up a level, and it feels like you have to leave behind what no longer serves you. You've heard this so many times before, leave behind what no longer serves you. But sometimes that could feel heavy, or it could feel like you're unsure because it's something that you're used to. And you're like, oh wow, I've built a routine out of this. I've built some type of consistency out of this, and now I'm leaving it. It can feel confusing. It can feel like, am I doing the right thing? But Spirit is saying that you are. You're finally moving away from the things that are keeping you at a low level, and now it's time for a new level. It's just like traveling, and when you know that you feel a call, you feel pulled towards going somewhere. You could even be called towards going to Asia, or even parts of Europe. I'm hearing like Italy, Ireland. There could be something about the lands that have something that activate you. And it's the exact same thing with this situation that you're moving away from and that you're leaving, is that it's going to activate you in a different way. And if you're part of my collective, then you already know about the transformations and how the transformations change your life. And sometimes it's not honestly an option. Kind of like right now, it doesn't feel like it's an option. Like, sure, you could stay, sure, you could keep doing what you're doing, but you know deep in your heart that you want to move on and that you want to achieve and gain more. Okay, this is such a beautiful energy right now, especially if you're tapping into this video on this particular day. I'm hearing 5, 6, like look at the calendar, look at the clock, see what kind of numbers are coming up right now. It feels like you're taking things slow and steady. I've been having dreams about turtles, and it's just something about slow and steady kind of wins the race. And that's the energy that has been coming out so much for this collective right now. I even have a crystal turtle. Look at how cute! This crystal turtle to remind us that slow and steady wins the race. And no matter what, even if you feel like you're being pressured, it's true, you are being pressured, but you're being pressured from Spirit. And Spirit is the best pressure, because Spirit knows that when you apply the particular pressure, it's because it's time. You know that you might complain about, when is it time? When is it coming? All of these questions, when is it coming? When is it coming? Well, now it's finally time, but it's like you have to accept that it's time for you to move. You have to flow, okay? Look at this, the first card, the flow with the rhythm. Look at this portal. It just feels like a big portal that you're stepping to right now, and you're stepping in through, and you're not doing it alone. You're going to be doing it with people who value you and your community, especially this community, this specific community of the Holistic Mystics. I'm not just the only holistic mystic, you are too, and this is a very particular journey for a particular collective. So if you haven't already, go ahead and like this video and subscribe, because I want us to stay really tight-knit through these times, through these changes, because when we finally get to the top where we're going, because we're going to the top, that's why we're leveling up, we can finally bask in it together and say, we made it. That's the energy of this, is we made it, okay? Breathe in. And then we also have I am, okay? So there are some things that you definitely need to sit still. There's a stillness that you need right now. Yes, you're moving on, but you need to be very, authentic and intentional with it. There we go. That's the word. You need to be intentional with where you're moving to, knowing that it's for your highest good, knowing that it's for your greater good, okay? Know that wherever you're going, it's going to be a land that's luscious and filled with things. You could actually literally be wanting to take a trip somewhere and go somewhere beautiful. Okay, look at this, surrounding yourself with greenery. It's so interesting because these three cards together, they're pretty like, brown, and then on the middle is that green that I'm seeing. So it feels like everything around you kind of feels dull, but your own heart space, your own inner knowing is so full of life and is so flourishing that Spirit wants to give you a place that will finally reflect what's been inside of you. Yes, there's something about reflecting that's been inside of you, the love that's been inside of you, the passion, the charisma that's been inside of you, like you knowing that you're meant for better, you knowing that you're meant for that luxury and that opulence. I talk about this all the time on my channel because this is what we're heading towards. We're not here to struggle anymore. We're here to finally be free, okay? There is a witch wound coming up. There could be something with your grandmother, your grandfather, your great-grandparents where they had to hide. They had to hide their gifts and their abilities, but you realize that you don't have to do that this lifetime. It's actually your turn to finally turn up the heat is what I'm hearing. Turn up the volume. Like let it come out so that it can finally be acknowledged and praised and appreciated in the ways that it always should have been. It just wasn't safe for you. It just wasn't safe, but now it's safe, okay? There's a safety, root chakra activation. Solar and sacral. I'm seeing red and orange. Red and orange. I know I have like a red crystal around here. Yes, this beautiful carnelian. Carnelian will open you up. Carnelian will literally activate you in so many ways. If you have carnelian, tap into that 100%. This just feels like you're going through a portal of abundance though. You're going to be moving through a beautiful portal of abundance, and it requires you to be in like a Zen-like state is what I'm hearing. You need to be able to take the deep breaths. You need to be able to calm your mind. You need to be able to stay steady because you've been kind of all over the place throughout your whole life that finally it's going to be peaceful. I'm hearing peace. I'm hearing rest in peace. No, you're not going to be dead. You're just resting now in peace. And you've been needing that for so long. I'm going to go ahead and read these I am affirmations. I am safe. I am supported. I am worthy. I am unique. I am honest. I am true. I am abundant. I am present. It's that presence. Yes. I am strong. I am open. I am wise. I am cared for. I am good. I am accepted. You are accepted. I belong. Okay, it's a sense of belonging, especially with these beautiful beings just dancing in front of the portal. It's like we're all dancing together in front of this. Okay, I'm seeing 333 in my mind's eye, and I'm seeing the Three of Pentacles. And I'm seeing the Three of Cups, like a celebration of more of us. Okay, so like you don't have to be alone anymore. You don't have to feel like you're struggling anymore. It just feels like all of these things that have been, dying on the outside. It feels like fall, but you have always been spring. You have always had the energy of spring, and now a lot of things that are falling away are permanently falling away, which is why you're moving. And you're not moving away from this thing because you're scared or because of lack. It just feels like it's time. It just feels like, okay, it's time for me to go, or it's time for me to stop doing this, or it's time for me to kind of shift gears. And that's the energy right now. And if you're watching this, especially during Gemini season, which it just started, then that's an indicator. What is today's date? Today's date is the 20... Dang, why can't I find the date nowhere? It's the 20-something. I can't find the date like anywhere. Okay, today's the 25th, so 2 and 5 obviously is 7. So even the fact that I'm recording this on the 25th is indicative of really good positive change towards peace, because 2 represents that peace, that harmony, that duality. Okay, you've been in the negative space and now you're moving into the positive space, and with the 5 energy, it's coming in fast. And it's coming through joy and pleasure. There's something you have to remember here. Not all change needs to be hard. Not all change needs to be hard, okay? Not all change needs to be really strenuous and difficult. Now you're starting to see that, like you're really starting to see that this is the truth. I'm just going to start splitting the deck instead of getting cards. We have the Ace of Wands here. Spirit is saying go. This is definitely a confirmation that you can go, okay? And I did see this one come out twice, the Emperor. You're more mature. You're so much more mature in your decision making, and it's just because you've been through quite a bit. You've been through quite a lot. We have the Knight of Wands coming out. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep splitting. I really like this splitting energy because yes, we can have specific cards come out, but for the tarot right now, I'm just feeling like splitting. And even your energy is like, I don't want to have to do the same things. You're trying something new and you're still getting the answers, but maybe with even more clarity now because you're trying something new and you're trusting in yourself. It's an inner trust, especially with this Knight of Wands. It's an inner trust. The Seven of Swords. Okay, so you have, and it's even coming out, the Seven of Swords. Now, I don't really read the tarot the same. I really like the Seven of Swords because it doesn't seem like a conniving or a lying type of energy to me. To be honest, it feels like this person is being burdened with a lot of spiritual responsibility. And they've been thinking about all the spiritual things that they need to do with that 7 energy. Like 7 is really the day of rest. So don't forget that you need to rest. But it feels like you've been in your mind quite a bit, carrying all of these things that Spirit has for you. You are anointed. If I'm speaking to you, which I am, you are anointed. You are somebody who is positively protected, always looked after. And you have a lot of divine ideas that come to you because Spirit knows that you're the one. You're the one that's chosen to put these ideas out into the world, okay? We split into the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles right here is showing me quite literally that you have the whole world in your hands and that you don't need to settle for less. This is a time of receiving for you. If you've been working really hard, now you can finally rest and receive. Oh, I love this collective because listen. I'm not just talking to you, okay? I'm talking to me too. And this is how I can. This is what these readers be doing, okay? Particularly, you're part of my collective because we're ready for a life of ease, pleasure, and luxury. Getting paid to exist. Just having a lot of money. I'm not talking about a couple thousand in the bank. I'm not talking about, 6 figures. No, over here, we talk 9 figures, okay? 9 figures. Even if it seems crazy to other people, you know it in your soul of souls and your heart of heart that you are meant for this divine prosperity. Okay, the Hermit coming out right after that. This divine prosperity is meant for you because you are chosen. You're a chosen one, and it's not meant for everybody. Not everybody can go with you, okay? Okay? We have the Knight of Wands again coming out. Not everybody can go with you on this quest. It feels like a singular mission. It's a singular mission that you've been going through, which is why you're deciding to take these decisions. Oh, wow. The Seven of Pentacles coming out. Okay, this energy of, yes, I have done quite a bit. Spirit has given me these tasks and these opportunities, and I've planted the seeds and I've watered them. There's something about you that's just tired, but not in a sense of like, oh, I'm tired, but in a sense of, like, I'm tired. I've done quite a bit of gardening. I've done everything that Spirit has asked me to do. And now Spirit is asking for you to rest. So can you do that? Can you do that? Can you not pressure yourself and worry about the money? Can you not worry about where all the abundance or the stability is going to come from? Because you've already learned your lesson. You've already learned your lesson that you can make anything happen the way that you want to. Look at that. The Magician coming out right after that, and also the Star. The Star, okay? At this point, you already know that you're divinely guided and that Spirit has a divine mission for you, and that it's really important that you go with the flow and that you follow the internal rhythms that you have. So when your body says go, look at that, I split right back to that Wands. When your body says go, you go. You don't question it anymore, okay? When it's time for you to move on, you move on, and you move on with grace. It feels like a graceful moving on this time. It doesn't feel like, oh, I have to go, I gotta do this, oh my God. No, it just feels like, yeah, I'm deciding to go, I'm deciding to move on. And it feels like a really positive decision for you. That one came right out. Get into nature, okay? Remembering that you're part of the whole and that you're part of the all. It's a co-creation, gathering and limiting waste. So there's something that your ancestors are saying, and also that you need to like fly free and remember your own path. Remember your own path is very unique to you. So not everybody is going to have their 2 cents being valuable. Sure, they can give you advice. Sure, they can tell you that, you know, you're crazy, or that, sure, they can tell you even these positive things, but it's something about you that has to know it on the inside, that this is a decision I'm making because it's time. It's divine time, okay? Get into nature to flow with the rhythms of the energy of earth. The energy of earth. And then we have at the bottom that I split here, teach and share. You're meant to be a teacher. If you're part of my collective, you already know that you're meant to be a divine teacher and that you have a lot of wisdom to share. And you couldn't share this wisdom unless you went through it. You can't share something that you don't have any knowledge of. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense to be an expert in something just because you've read a couple of books. No. Wisdom comes from actual experience. And wisdom is the name of Sophia. It's the name of the divine feminine. It's the name of the all. The heart womb, the wisdom that we all carry within us. We are a part of that. You could be seeing dragons. Imagine dragons is what I'm hearing. Go after your goals. Does this dude have a dragon on his... He's got like a lion/dragon on his shield right now. That's kind of crazy. Go after your goals, persist, encourage, and advance. So this is, you know, the ancestor cards. And right underneath that is enjoy new beginnings. Enjoy the new beginnings. Okay, you deserve something new in your life. And you've been very consistent is what I'm hearing. Like, you've been very consistent. You trusted in your spiritual path. You trusted in spirit. And now officially, new beginnings are coming. Newness is coming. Change. Okay, so it's time for you to celebrate, socialize, get out there and meet new people. Look at that. Connect with your loved ones. Okay, connect with your loved ones. On the other side, your ancestors are really cheering for you, clapping for you, asking for you to clean your altar. This is confirmation if you need to clean your altar, if you need to buy new candles, if you need to start dressing new candles. If you need to add more items on your altar, go out and buy more crystals. Whatever feels good to you, you should do the things that feel good to you. It's no longer about this pressure, you know? Like, even now, like, I don't need to pressure myself to think of things to say. Spirit just talks through me to you directly. And the words that I'm saying right now are resonating with your heart and your soul for a reason. Okay? This is something that's really exciting you. And it feels calm though. It feels calm. Like, you're just like, yeah, I'm gonna move. Yeah, I'm gonna move on. Or yeah, I'm just gonna delete that. Or yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and post that. It just feels calm now, and it doesn't feel so anxiety provoking. Whereas before it felt like everything was rushed. But you're realizing that the more you take your time, the more intentional you are, the better quality you receive. Because if you're rushing and you're always bustling about and you're anxious about money, you're anxious about where you're gonna live, you start making rash decisions. Even that, like your speech, okay? Things get messed up that shouldn't be messed up because you're not taking your time. Take your time. That right there, take it. It's yours. The time is yours. Why pressure yourself to be something that you're not? Take the time, breathe in, be still, have a moment of peace. Not everything needs to be rush, action all the time. There's a balance coming into your life. Hematite, something with your blood, okay? Something with your blood. I'm also seeing berries, like blueberries, blackberries, hawthorn berries. Oh my gosh, this literally says perfection in the moment, grounding. I'm gonna start splitting these decks more because this is giving me everything that I need. I'm sitting here usually, shuffling. I'm so used to just shuffling, but today I just decided I'm just gonna start splitting the decks, and the answers that I get are just so much easier for me. There's another one. Oh wow. Jeez, how do you pronounce that? Calipyrite? Calipyrite, okay? It says expansion and plenty. When you realize how perfect everything is, you will tilt your head back and laugh at the sky. Okay, this says flashy. Everything that you need will be given to you. Bring me what I need to live a plentiful life. Ask and it shall be given. Like, you don't have to actually do anything anymore. You just have to ask for it and know that it's finally coming. It was that Queen of Pentacles vibration. It's just asking for it and knowing that it's coming. The color green, especially with these two cards, the color green is really coming out. Tap into your heart, tap into nature. It's time for you to coexist and co-create with the universe in a very easeful way, as opposed to, scrambling to write all these things that you need and doing it out of desperation, doing it out of lack, like, oh my God, Spirit, please give me, money I need to pay. No, now it's a calm inner knowing. That's what you're really tapping into, okay? These are the soul changes. I don't believe in aging. I believe in forever altering one's aspect to the sun. Wow. You're just shifting your perspective. You're just changing things. You are exactly where you need to be right now. Grounding. Oh my gosh. One of Hematite's key attributes is survival. Know that the transition is occurring in a place that you can be in a permanently better outlook for your future. Okay? Permanently. Egypt also came out here. They used to use this stone for rituals in Egypt for blood health. Okay, so if you feel called to hematite, right? Hold up now. Moldavite. I was like, hold up now. Moldavite came out. We already know what that means. The key word here is adventure. Whoever is the most impermanent has the best chance. Listen to that. Yo, this is exactly it. These confirmations are insane. Because when you move your body, when you move around, you are the one who is growing and evolving and gaining more wisdom. This is who you are. Naturally, you can't just stay in one place, even though now I feel you're going to be in a place where you can settle, but you're not going to be really settling, right? Even that word itself is, settle. Why would I want to settle? You like the movement. You like the movement and the waves and how everything flows, because when you mix in, you realize that you get something better. Okay, citrine here. Citrine. More money, more gold, more solar plexus activation, more abundance that's for you. Life isn't about finding yourself, it's about creating yourself. That is one of my favorite quotes. Citrine coming out. If you need more citrine energy, this is confirmation to put some citrine on your altar and to bless it and to validate your own self. I'm getting Leo energy. Where is your Leo energy? Tap into your Leo light. Tap into that sunlight, that sunbeam that is very confident and knowing. Because the thing about Leo is low-key, they're even more confident than Aries. And Aries just kind of like blunders through things. But Leo is very intentional, to be honest, because they're following their excitement. You're following your excitement. You're following that inner knowing, and nobody can tell you anything because you know it on the inside. It's your inner fire, and your fire is pointing towards a specific direction. And when you honor that, you go, and it feels peaceful now. It doesn't feel like you have to struggle anymore. And especially if you're watching this video and you feel like you're still kind of grasping, you're not going to be grasping for very much longer. It's just going to be in your hand. You don't have to grasp for anything. Now, I'm not sure how to pronounce this. Sugilite. Please focus. Yes. Okay, listen. It says harmony. The cure for anything is salt water, sweat, and tears, or the sea. It feels like the sea for you. I see you floating. You're floating in the sunlight in the middle of the ocean. And literally when you close your eyes, you take a nap in the ocean. It seems risky, right? But this is kind of who you are. I feel like you might have Saturn and Pisces or some Pisces energy. There's just this energy of floating and knowing that you're going to be taken exactly where you need to go. You're going to be carried, and you're not going to be suffering in the waves. You're not going to be swimming for your life. You've already done that. So now you're going to be resting and floating peacefully to a place where you belong. It feels so good. It feels so harmonious. Harmony here. harmony. Physical disorders, especially those of emotional origin. Okay, if you do have any physical disorders, I feel like some of y'all have an autoimmune. If you have these issues, you have to know and realize that it's emotionally stemmed, okay? It comes from the emotions. That's the root. So when you take care of the root, which is your emotions and what you're feeling, then you'll finally be able to heal on a physical level. Yo, I have no idea how to pronounce this. Scolecite? The last crystal card that came out. Firm and lasting foundation. Yes! Because if you've been floating for so long, you feel like, what can I grab onto? There's not even any driftwood around you for you to hold on to. You've just been like, you're on your back and you're floating and you have to just kind of surrender. That's really what it feels like, okay? So this crystal has an ancient system in place to support and protect you as you move to the next level of growth. Isn't that what I started the video with? Isn't that what I started off with? You're moving to the next level. You're leveling up. What? Think of this crystal as laying a firm foundation, one that balances. We just got that harmony here, and aligns with effects that are long lasting. Please, you need this. You need this long lasting foundation. Something is just screaming permanence. I'm hearing permanence. We have the sunstone here, leading from the heart. Lead from your heart, okay? That's that Leo energy, knowing with courage and charisma. Charisma meaning energy, like, oh yeah, like I can do this, It's a vibe, like you're a vibe. That's what I'm hearing. Meet me at my spot. Kind of vibe. Baby, are you going for the ride? Y'all, that's what I'm hearing right now. Firm and lasting foundation is coming into your life. A permanent home, permanent money. Things that will not go away. It's lasting foundation. It's lasting. Okay, just like you have been lasting. You've been in it for a while. Like, I just feel like you've been floating in this ocean for a while. The Piscean energy, you could be having really strange dreams. These dreams are helping you to clear up any karma that has been, kind of troubling you lately. Here we go again, Moldavite. There's just something about you going. It even looks like Italy. You might be wanting to go to Italy, or you might be wanting to go to an island. I'm hearing the Maldives. There's just something about you that's very high vibrational, and you want to go somewhere that can resonate at your frequency. I'm also hearing the Schumann frequency. If you have been listening to the Schumann frequency, or if you haven't, definitely start to. It is the Earth's frequency, and it resonates with our own heartbeat. Black tourmaline, protection and safety. You will be protected. You will be protected. Your money will be protected. Your home will be protected. Your car, your body. I'm hearing all of these things that you've been worrying about are actually going to be protected and fortified now in this new life, okay? In this new cycle. I'm seeing 10-10 and also 1-1-1, 11-11. Let nothing perturb you. Nothing frighten you. All things pass. Patience achieves everything. Patience achieves everything. Mother Teresa. Yeah, I'm just seeing like mothering energy. You being in this big ocean and you're being swayed back and forth to the most perfect little island which you can rest on. It feels like your journey has been so far that there's no going back. Like, you won't be able to go back to your past. You won't be able to touch that land that you came from. And it feels good. Some of you would just sigh of relief. It's just like, oh, I don't have to go through that again. I don't have to see those people again. I don't have to deal with that energy again. That's what's coming into you. Enjoy your new beginning. Enjoy your new beginning. You're stepping through the portal. It's a huge portal for you. It's a huge portal of love and of life for you. That's really, really what it feels like. Let me go ahead and just pull these last astrology cards. Okay. Oh, wow. The moon. The moon. You're no longer being siphoned off of. You're no longer being attacked or attracted to energies that hurt you. It's finally time for you to tap into your own inner emotions, your own inner needs, and know that the cycles are finally shifting for you in a very positive way, okay? You see these phases of the moon. You had to go through so many phases. You yourself have had to go through so many phases. Your emotions have blinded you sometimes, but now it's finally something that is solid and sure and very secure with Taurus coming out. Cultivate, okay? Taurus gives me this very slow and steady wins the race. This turtle here, okay? Like, we're moving along, but the thing is, we're moving along, okay? It doesn't matter how slow it is. You're going, and it's been going. It's like the soft waves carrying you to your island right now. And whatever island you land on is going to be perfect for you. You have to know that it's perfect for you wherever you're going. And the decisions that you're making are very bold and wise. They come from a place of inner knowing. So you have to respect that. Don't let anybody deter you. I really hope that this message assisted you and helped you in some way. Please, again, like and subscribe and comment down below. I want to hear, where are you on your journey? How have your dreams been? What have you been cultivating in your life? Are you actually making a decision and it feels like a good decision and not a stressful one? I really want to hear from you. I'm sending you so much love. See you next time. Peace, beloved. Bye.